Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here with the Thursday night football preview. This week is going to be the Indianapolis Colts going up against the Houston Texans. Both teams playing there out of the AFC South, first time matching up for this year. Both coming in with records of 3-2 this season. Both looking to see who can be able to take over the sole possession of first place in the division. I was able to watch Houston play last week, and right after they played, someone was able to stick their microphone and ask Arian Foster about the upcoming game, and he spouted off about how much it's a pain to play on Thursdays, how teams and players aren't able to really sort of heal up from the Sunday game and get ready to practice and put on a good enough game that the fans get their money's worth out there. And I can sort of believe a player thinking that the Thursday night game is a pain, and you don't get the full time to rehab up and get ready, and basically just really learn the other team. You're basically on the fly. Basically, if you're playing at home, I think you might have a good advantage in these games, basically because of the travel day, and just basically getting set, and it just takes another day of practice away, and getting ready for this big game. I was able to watch the Houston Texans and Cowboys game, and the Texans should have won that game. Well, honestly, the Cowboys should have won that game, but they almost gave the game away in the fourth. Their handling of the ball in the fourth quarter was just beyond horrible. Basically, we're in one set of downs. They called the timeout. They came out of the timeout. They had to delay a game. Coming back from the delay a game penalty, they weren't ready to hike the ball yet again, which led Romo to getting an intentional grounding penalty called him against him, where he was forced to punt, and that led to Houston driving right down the field to tie the game. Before Cowboys having a chance to win the game, but missing the field goal to go to overtime, only to pull it out. And it was fun. It was exciting. I really like this Houston Texans team. I've been able to watch them a few times this season, and I really like the stuff that they're doing. I know that I said that I wish Mallett would become their quarterback and sort of replace Fitzpatrick, but I have a little bit of faith in Fitzpatrick as the Houston Texans quarterback. He isn't really that flashy. He does make good, calls under pressure, and I think that they can win with him. I think it's just sort of my personal preference is going with the guy that I wish the 49ers would have drafted. But I think we're doing all right with Colin Kaepernick out there. Texans got a good team. Arian Foster, of course, coming off another big day. He's rushed for over 100 yards 3 times this season. On last Sunday, he had 157 yards with 2 touchdowns. That was in that 20-17 loss over Dallas. They're playing a real tough team though in the Colts. The Colts, you got the best passer in football right now, and I don't really see Andrew Luck giving up at all. Basically, he's already at 1,600 yards with 14 touchdowns. He threw 2 interceptions last week in the last game, but he's got Reggie Wayne out there, and I think the Colts got a good balance of a defense. The one big key to the game, if we're talking offense, is going to be talking about Andre Johnson of the Houston Texans. He has yet to go over 100 yards. This is one of the best receivers there was in football the last 2 years, and he just isn't really getting the touches that he normally gets. The Texans aren't able to find him with the ball. Of course, everybody knows about the problems with Johnson, basically saying that he wanted out of Houston last year. And, one thing led to another, and I think he's basically sort of forced to come back. But we're going to have to see how they're able to do with that. In this game, I'm going to be taking Houston. I know that Indianapolis is the huge sort of favorite coming into this, but I've seen Texans play. I like the way they play. I think they can beat Indianapolis, even though Indianapolis is a team that I haven't yet to see this season. I just think that this is a game that J.J. Watts and the defense of the Houston Texans can pull out and get the win here. So take Houston and ride it on out. Hope everybody has a good Thursday night watching some football. Peace out.